In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the especially merciful. Dear viewers, there is one moment in life that every human being will face. A moment no wealth can delay, no power can escape, no technology can prevent. A moment that kings and beggars, believers and skeptics, scholars and sinners will all experience the same way, the moment of death. Right now, as you watch this video, your heart is beating quietly inside your chest. Beating without your permission, without your command, without your awareness. Every second, every minute, every hour, your heart beats faithfully, carrying life through your body. But one day, one ordinary day, without warning, without announcement, without delay, your heart will beat for the final time. And in that moment, the world you know will suddenly become distant. Your plans will stop. Your conversations will stop. Your ambitions will stop. Your worries, your deadlines, your goals, everything you thought was important will suddenly feel small because something far greater will begin. Death. For many people, death is a terrifying mystery. Some imagine darkness. Some imagine nothingness. Some imagine endless sleep. But Islam gives us a very different description. A description that is detailed, powerful, and deeply real. The Prophet Muhammad spoke about what happens in the first moments after death. He described the arrival of angels, the departure of the soul, the journey into the unseen world, moments so profound that they change the way a person understands life itself. Dear brothers and sisters, if we truly understood what happens after death, we would never see life the same way again. Because death is not the end. It is the beginning of something far greater, a transition from the world we see into the world we cannot see. And the first moments after death are unlike anything we have experienced before. But before we explore what happens next, pause for a moment. Look around you. Look at your room. Look at the people in your life. Look at the things you spend your time worrying about. Now imagine that tonight you would leave all of it behind. Your phone would fall silent. Your messages would remain unread. Your plans would remain unfinished, and the people around you would suddenly be speaking about you in the past tense. He was here yesterday. She was just with us last week. Because death has a way of arriving when we least expect it. Sometimes it comes after a long illness. Sometimes it comes suddenly. A quiet night, a sudden accident, a moment that begins like any other and ends a lifetime. The Qur'an reminds us of a reality that no human being can escape. Every soul shall taste death. Not maybe, not someday for others. But every soul, including mine, including yours, and the moment death begins, a veil is lifted, a veil that hides the unseen world from our eyes. Suddenly, the dying person begins to see things that those around them cannot see. The room may look the same, the people may still be standing nearby, but the dying person is now witnessing something entirely different, the beginning of the journey of the soul. Dear viewers, what happens in those first moments? What does the soul experience? Who comes to take it? And what begins the moment the soul leaves the body? Islam answers these questions with a clarity that is both breathtaking and deeply humbling. Because the moment of death is not the end of the story, it is the beginning of the next chapter. And the first visitors to arrive are not human. Dear viewers, when the final moments of a person's life begin, something extraordinary happens. Something that no one else in the room can see. The veil between this world and the unseen world begins to lift. The people around the dying person may still be speaking. Doctors may still be moving. Family members may still be holding their hand. But the dying person is now witnessing something completely different. Something that belongs to the unseen realm. Angels begin to descend. The Prophet Muhammad described this moment with remarkable clarity. He said that when the believer is nearing death, angels descend from the heavens. Not just one or two, but many. Their faces shine brightly, like the sun itself. They bring with them cloth from paradise and perfume from Jannah. They sit around the dying person, as far as the eye can see. Imagine that moment, a room that appears normal to everyone else. But to the person whose soul is leaving, it is filled with angels from the heavens. Angels carrying mercy, angels carrying peace, angels carrying the promise of something far greater than this life. Then the angel of death approaches, the angel whose task was written long before that person was born. The angel who has taken the souls of billions before them, and will take billions after. The angel of death comes close to the believer and gently speaks to the soul. "Oh, good soul, come out to the forgiveness of Allah and His pleasure." Dear viewers, at that moment, the soul begins to leave the body, but not violently, not painfully. The Prophet said the soul of the believer leaves the body, like a drop of water falling from a glass. Soft, gentle, effortless. And as the soul leaves the body, the angels immediately wrap it in the cloth from paradise, and a fragrance emerges from it. a fragrance more beautiful than any perfume on earth. The angels then say, "What a beautiful soul this is. This is the soul of so-and-so, the son of so-and-so," calling the person by the best names they were known by in life. But dear viewers, not every soul experiences this moment the same way, because for the one who rejected truth, for the one who lived a life far from Allah, the moment of death is very different. When the disbeliever approaches death, angels also descend, but their faces are dark, their presence is heavy, and they carry cloth from the fire. They sit around the dying person, as far as the eye can see, but instead of peace, there is fear. Instead of comfort, there is dread. Then the angel of death approaches and speaks to the soul. "O evil soul, come out to the anger of Allah." And at that moment, the soul does not want to leave. The body resists. The soul clings to the life it knows is ending, but the angel of death removes it by force. The Prophet described this moment like a thorned branch being dragged through wet wool. Painful, violent, terrifying. A moment that the dying person experiences fully, while those around them remain unaware. The family may still be crying. The doctors may still be trying, but the true moment of death is already unfolding in the unseen world. Dear viewers, this moment reveals something profound. Death is not simply the body shutting down. It is the departure of the soul, the separation between the physical world and the spiritual reality that lies beyond it. And once the soul has left the body, its journey has only just begun, because the angels do not leave with the soul immediately. Instead, they begin a journey unlike anything we can imagine, a journey upward toward the heavens. Dear viewers, once the soul has left the body, its journey does not end. In reality, it has only just begun. The angels who took the soul now begin a journey upward. They carry the soul gently, ascending through the layers of the heavens. The Prophet described that as the angels rise with the believing soul. They pass by groups of angels along the way. Every group of angels asks the same question: "Who is this beautiful soul?" And the angels carrying the soul reply, "This is the soul of so-and-so, the son of so-and-so." They mention the person using the best names they were known by in life, the names that represented their good character, their kindness, their faith, their sincerity. Dear viewers, imagine that moment, a human being who lived quietly on earth, now being spoken about among the angels of the heavens. The angels continue ascending until they reach the gate of the first heaven, and they ask for it to be opened. The gate opens, and the soul is welcomed. Then they continue to the next heaven, and the next, and the next, passing through the vast heavens created by Allah, until they reach a place beyond anything the human mind can imagine. And there, Allah gives a command concerning that soul. Allah says, "Record the book of my servant among the righteous." The soul is now honored among the people of goodness, among those whose faith and actions were accepted. But dear viewers, not every soul experiences this journey the same way. For the one who rejected truth, the journey is very different. When the angels ascend with the soul of the disbeliever, they also pass groups of angels. But when the angels ask, "Who is this soul?" the answer is given using the worst names the person was known by in life. Names that reflect their arrogance, their cruelty, their rejection of truth. When they reach the gate of the first heaven, they ask for it to be opened. But this time, the gate does not open. The Qur'an describes this moment with powerful words. The gates of heaven will not be opened for them. Imagine that moment, a soul that once walked freely on earth, now standing before the gates of the heavens, only to be denied entry. Then Allah commands, "Record the book of this person among the wicked," and the soul is cast back toward the earth, back toward the place where its body now lies. Dear viewers, this moment reveals something deeply important. Life on earth is not random. It is not meaningless. Every action, every intention, every choice is being recorded. Nothing escapes the knowledge of Allah. Not the good you did when no one was watching, not the harm done in secret, not the kindness shown quietly, not the dhulm committed in arrogance. Everything is known, everything is written, and everything will matter. Because once the soul returns to the earth, another stage of existence begins. A stage many people forget about, the life of the grave. A life that exists between this world and the day of judgment. A life known as Barzakh. And what happens next is something every human being will experience, no matter who they are, no matter where they lived, no matter what they believed, because the grave is not the end. It is the beginning of the next reality. Dear viewers, after the soul returns to the body, after the burial is complete, after the people who loved you walk away, something remarkable happens. The Prophet Muhammad described that when the person is placed in their grave and the footsteps of those leaving begin to fade, the soul becomes aware again. Not in the same way we experience life now, but in a new form of existence, the world of Barzakh, a world between this life and the day of judgment. The grave may look silent to those standing above it, but below the earth, a conversation is about to begin. Two angels arrive. Their names are Munkar and Nakir. Their appearance is unlike anything we know. Serious, powerful, unavoidable. They sit the person upright in the grave, and they ask three questions. Three questions that determine what happens next. Questions that no wealth can answer, no intelligence can fake, no status can escape. The first question is asked, who is your Lord? In this moment, the believer responds naturally, without hesitation, my Lord is Allah. Because faith was not just a word spoken in life. It was something lived, something believed, something practiced. Then the second question is asked, what is your religion? The believer replies, my religion is Islam. Then the third question, who is the man that was sent among you? The believer responds, he is Muhammad, the messenger of Allah. Dear viewers, at that moment, a voice calls from the heavens, my servant has spoken the truth. And something incredible happens. The grave begins to expand. As far as the eye can see, a door opens toward paradise. A breeze from Jannah enters, carrying its fragrance, its peace, its comfort. The grave becomes a garden from the gardens of paradise. The believer rests peacefully, waiting for the day of resurrection. But dear viewers, for the one who rejected truth, the moment is very different. When the angels ask, who is your Lord? The person cannot answer. They say, I don't know. When asked, what is your religion? They say again, I don't know. And when asked about the Prophet, they say, I heard people saying something, so I said it too. A voice then calls from the heavens, my servant has lied. The grave then becomes tight, constricting, pressing upon the body. A door opens toward the fire, and heat enters the grave. Dear viewers, the grave is not simply soil and darkness. It is the first stage of the hereafter, a place where the reality of life becomes clear. But the story does not end there, because the grave is not the final destination. One day, every grave will open, every soul will rise, and every human being will stand before Allah. Dear brothers and sisters, every person watching this video will one day experience this moment, the moment when life ends and the next world begins. Kings will experience it, celebrities will experience it, scholars will experience it, skeptics will experience it, and ordinary people, like you and me. The Prophet once said, remember often the destroyer of pleasures, meaning death, not to make us hopeless, but to remind us of what truly matters. Because when death arrives, your wealth will remain behind, your followers will remain behind, your possessions will remain behind, your reputation will remain behind. Three things will follow you into the grave: your faith, your deeds, and the mercy of Allah. Dear viewers, this life is not the final story. It is only a chapter, a short chapter, a temporary chapter, a chapter that determines the eternity that follows. So the real question is not, what happens when we die? The real question is, how are we living before it happens? Because one day, your final breath will come, and in that moment, everything will become clear. May Allah grant us a good ending. May our final words be, La ilaha illa Allah. And may the moment we meet our Lord be a moment of peace,